Hello students, my name is Niyati Said and thanks for watching Edupedia word video. In this section of presentation, we'll be studying how we look at a distant object and how we look at a nearby object. That means how ciliary muscles regulate are seen. Okay? So, when looking at a distant object, that means which is far away object. So these are the ciliary muscles which regulates the aperture of the lens. These are the ciliary muscles, and this is the lens that regulates the aperture of the lens. They just relax. See, this is your ciliary muscles and these are your radial nerves. Okay, this line nerves are your radial nerves and this is your ciliary muscles and this is your lens. So lens, it becomes flattened when ciliary muscles they relax. Okay, and when ciliary muscles relax, it tightens the suspensory ligaments that pulls it tight. Okay, and that is the reason lens is pulled into a thin shape and the distant object is focused on the retina. See, focusing on a distant object, see, light rays are coming from that object and this cornea, it bends the light rays, okay, and it forms a image over retina. Okay, and because this light rays are coming from the far away objects, so the ciliary muscles they relax. These muscles they relax and it tightens the suspensory ligament and it makes the lens flatten, or it pulls the lens into a thin shape and the distant object is focused on retina here. So this is the front view of the lens. This is the lens and these are this is the ciliary muscles and these are the ligaments. Okay, so these ciliary muscles they relax in the case when we focus on the distant object, whereas it tightens the suspensory ligaments and the lens is pulled into a thin shape. So this is how it happens when we look at a distant object. Okay, now we'll see another case, that is when we look at a nearby object. It is just opposite to when we look at the distant object. Okay, so what happens in this is ciliary muscles they contract. See, these are the ciliary muscles, okay, and this is the lens. These are the ciliary muscles. They contract in the case when we look at a nearby object, and it slackens suspensory ligaments. See, the ligaments are now being slackened, okay, and elastic lens goes fatter. That means the lens becomes fatter and more round. Whereas in the previous case when we look at the distant object, the lens becomes flattened. But here when we look at a nearby object, then the lens they become more rounded and fatter. And then nearby object is focused on retina. See, suppose the object is kept very close to our eyes and the eye and the rays are coming from that object and it is then bent by the cornea and then it is focused on the retina here. Okay, and so it makes the lens more rounded and more fatter, whereas see in this case the lens has become more tight, you can say more thinner in shape, okay, or more flattened in shape. So this is how when we look at a nearby object. I hope it is clear to all of you. Thank you and keep watching Edupedia word videos. And in my next section of the presentation, we'll be studying about the human ear.